Hey, I'm Chalene Johnson, and in this video, I'm going to help you understand what you should and shouldn't say to someone if you notice that they've lost weight. What can be helpful and what can be super hurtful, even though you meant well. Let's talk about a responsible way, the right way to acknowledge someone if they've lost weight or if they've started on a fitness journey. Some of the things that we should and probably shouldn't say. Okay, so this happened to me this weekend. I'm wondering if it's ever happened to you. So I ran into someone who I haven't seen in, probably like 2 years. And when I saw her, I realized she'd lost a lot of weight. And my first instinct was to say what we always say when we can tell someone's lost weight. And that is what? You look great, right? But I stopped myself from saying that. Instead, I'm trying to train myself to have a new habit of just saying, it is so great to see you. Because when we tell someone, you look great because they've lost weight, we don't know what caused the weight loss. We don't know if they were sick. We don't know if they were in the hospital. We don't know if even what they're telling you is the truth. If they're like, yeah, I'm doing this new workout program, but maybe the fact is they've stopped eating and they're over-exercising and they're tormented by stress and who knows what's really going on. But the subliminal message is that you look, if you tell someone you look great because they've lost weight, then what are we saying about what they look like before? Right? Like your brain has to say, okay, well, if now I look great, what did I look like before? And if I look great, does that mean I am great? Does that mean I have your acceptance? And if I gain weight, or if I don't look like this, will I not have your acceptance? Will you not think highly of me? We all do it. We've been conditioned by media and messaging in our culture that like if someone loses weight, that's a good thing. Look at the starlets. Look at the people who are on TV. Look at your top models and actresses. They are tiny little people. If you've ever met one of them in person, usually you're quite shocked that a human being can be that small. And that's because you just look bigger on TV. And so it becomes this norm where people are then glorified and they become celebrities and we see them as being rich and famous and they've got everything, the thinner and smaller they get. So it's not surprising that when we see someone in our own lives who's lost weight, we naturally say, you look great. Even though 5 minutes later you might be whispering to your girlfriend, did you see her? I know something's going on. Oh, I know. She's like, something is going on. She looks horrible. She looks older. She's so thin. She looks worn out. Like we say these things to each other, but yet when you see someone, it's like not even that you're trying to lie. It's like you just don't need, that's just what we're conditioned to say is you look great. But we're sending people the message that you didn't look great before. And that in order to look great, you have to do whatever it is you've done. And for some people, maybe they did get there the right way. But for others, maybe they didn't. And maybe they're struggling with an eating disorder that you have no idea. Maybe they don't even know they've got one. Or maybe they've been sick. Or it just imagine though, now that they're in this situation where it's not good. And you've just told them, you look good. So it's such a conflicting, damaging message, especially when it comes to young women. And I write about this and other cultural phenomenons when it comes to the messaging that we send in the health and fitness and diet community. Like when I was at my absolute lowest weight, lowest body fat, and just struggling with orthorexia, over-exercising, not eating, just trying to be that certain body type that people found inspirational. I was seriously so sick. I wasn't eating anything to truly nourish my body, and I was falling apart. I didn't realize it though. I just thought that was normal. I thought it was normal to exercise 4 hours a day and to eat very little. And as unhealthy as I was, every single person I ran into said the same thing. You look amazing. Oh my gosh, you've never looked better. And that just effed with my mind big time, because I'm thinking to myself now, God, I'd never been less healthy. I'd never been more run down and depleted and controlled by food and exercise in my entire life. I'd never been more mentally unwell, but yet the message was, you've arrived. You've made it. You look great. Now you get our praise. That's so effed up. That is so effed up. And my situation isn't unique, even being in the fitness industry, because this happens to everybody. Like I said, I ran into somebody this weekend who I hadn't seen in a long time, and my first reaction was to say, "You look great." I had to stop myself. So what should we say instead? We should say, "It's great to see you. I love your hair. I love your outfit." Say anything other than to either compliment or make a big deal about a person's physical appearance, specifically their weight, because that isn't what makes somebody look great. What makes someone look great is happiness, confidence, and you don't know from looking at someone whether or not they're really struggling or how they got there. So I just caution everyone, to the next time you see someone who's lost a lot of weight, say, "I am so happy to see you," or find anything other than their appearance to compliment them on. And what do you say if you really are concerned about someone? Don't say, "I think you've lost too much weight," because that'll send them running in the opposite direction. Instead, say, "I'm worried about your well-being." If it's someone you know well enough, you can say, "I hope you know you can come to me, you can talk to me. I hope you know that I love you, and you just don't seem like yourself lately, and I'm worried about you." That's all you have to say. You don't have to say it's about weight. You don't have to say it's about their physical appearance. Because you know what? It's really not about the physical. It's about someone's mental well-being. And I'm just, we've got to have these conversations if we're ever going to free ourselves from this diet and fitness culture where you see someone who's just basically skin and bones. And what are the comments underneath? Underneath that post, people will say, "You look amazing, girl. #goals. What are you doing? I want that body." Like, gosh, and then there's young women who are reading those comments. It's not healthy. We need to stop putting so much emphasis on people's bodies and their weight and really think about what's going on in here, and in here. Anyways, let me know your comments below. Let me know what you think, and share with me your own experiences. I'd love to read about how you've dealt with this, or if this has ever happened to you. And if you haven't already, please be sure to subscribe to my channel and give it a thumbs up, give it a like. And thank you so much for being here. I'll see you in my next video.